Hey everyone, I'm Sid. I'm the senior product designer at Mark43. I'm focused on the record management system where I'm basically designing for patrol officers who are on scene addressing accidents for them to easily create a report, add it into their system, and then give it ahead to their supervisors. So, okay, second question I'm answering today is how does your company maintain and promote work life balance? Well, before we start, I want to make it like very clear that at Mark 43 we put very high importance at like work-life balance, and I'm gonna break this question into like a bunch of sections, right? Like I'm gonna talk about remote working, then I'm gonna talk about our everyday expectations, and then I'm gonna touch upon some benefits because there's other questions already addressing that and how that works. So we have team members working from all different continents and different countries. We have people in US, Canada, Australia, UK, and we know that we're all working on different time zones. So we have a very low expectation for you to have a sync conversation all the time. You don't have to respond to a message as soon as possible. Async communication is the norm. To have that async communication, we're using Slack for messaging, and we make sure that all the meetings that the like group meetings with more than two people are recorded that you can watch later in your own time zone. When you first join the company, you will work with your design manager and like your product manager, like when you're within your team, and decide what times work for you to like collaborate and work with different people, set your own work zone. I live in Denver. I've set my time zones to be like 8:30 to 4:30. That's the time I prefer. So again, it's all on you to like set your own boundaries of where you're gonna work. And so that's like the first section of this whole part, talking about like remote expectations. Then talking about everyday thing, right? So since you're working from home, things will come up. You will have to have a chore. You might have to have a dentist appointment. Things like that come up, and we're very open about it. All you have to do is just make sure you let your teammates know, both on the design team and like the engineering or the product team that you're working on. So they're very well aware of like, okay, you're going to be off from these hours, and no one is trying to message you and reach out to you. So that's kind of what the basic expectation here is. From an everyday perspective, we know that uh, not everyone's going to be available at all times. So usually in your like local time zone, we're not expecting you to answer after 6 p.m. If you have different expectations, it's pretty okay to communicate with that with your team and let them know like, hey, these are my boundaries and this is what I want to work with. We also want you to make sure that you kind of save your own time for doing focus work, because everyone's going to like try to bring you in all sorts of meetings. So if you can have focus blocks of work, that's good. In the design team, we have Tuesday mornings and Friday mornings set fixed as focus work zones, where we like usually go on a software call around. We'll all just be there and work looking at each other. So that's something that we enjoy doing. The last thing was I want to talk about is the benefits. So the benefits, basically we have 10 days off for US, UK, Australian employees and Canadian employees. And this changes, right? Like Canada has Canada Day and different holidays, so those are different. And the team is very open about it. You will hear from different people about like, oh, when the different places are having different holidays and you should not reach out to them, or like get your work done before a certain date. So that's going to be like the norm. We have unlimited vacation days at Mark 43, and people are very encouraged to take longer holidays. So it would be very nice if you took like a 10-day holiday off. I am right now in India about to take my 10-day vacation starting next week. So kind of really nice to have that work-life balance, right? Because I'm still working, I'm just remote right now. Lastly, we also offer mental and physical health benefits. There is a question about benefits somewhere here. You can see, and one of the design colleagues will talk more about it. But yeah, that's it. Bye.